And if we ask the stars what they mean, what would they say back to us? Welcome! You want to go on a card journey today? Give me some of your time, and I'll give you some of your story. Well, let's see what the cards say. Hey there, Sagittarius. Welcome to Coin Place Tarot. My name is Coin. I'm going to be your tarot card reader for today. As a set of quick announcements, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification button. That way, when uploads are made, you can see what the stars are trying to say to you. Also, if interested, individual reads are back up and open. Either message or email me directly. Link is on main, and we'll set that up, okay? So, Sag, what are we looking at in this read? We're going to do your As Things Change read, your ATC. And we're moving from, at time of recording, end of May into early June, or hell, whenever you see this, right? The As Things Change read, as you see across the board, these are all the fives. The five cups represented by water, five of pentacles represented by earth, five of wands representative of fire, and the five of swords representative of air. All these things meant to dive into a core concept. You can learn more about it in the Learn With Me series. Check out that playlist. It's about conflict, right? We dive headfirst into conflict, trying to understand what's going on, and therefore, if we can mention the hard things, the solutions become a lot easier. That's at least the premise of it, right? So, Sag, as a preamble to the read, take what resonates, leave what doesn't, but don't always be so willing to reverse. At times, if it gets difficult, understand that I, as your tarot card reader, I'm not here to misguide you or mislead you. Trust me, way too many signs and not enough time to lie. Instead, we're going to lay it all out on the table. Lay out all your cards. And good or bad, come rain or sunshine, let's talk about it. Because at the end of the day, tarot is a conversation, just an energetic one, okay? So follow along with me in your ATC, your As Things Change read, Sagittarius. And yeah, let's see what the cards say. We're going to start over here with the Five of Cups. What about the Sorrow of Water? Show us the cards that we need to see, please. What about our emotional depths are we trying to understand here and now? So the Five of Cups, Nine of Swords. Okay. Nine of Swords, nightmares, anxieties, are they becoming reality? Oh, Emperor, the card of Aries. And what goes along with that choice? The Fool. Okay. Make or break moment, Sag. You could either choose to continue whatever thing you're suffering from and acknowledge the ways that you participate in it, or we can acknowledge the ways that we participate in it in a different way, try to cut that off and start anew. Right now, this is an ongoing situation that you're experiencing where no matter how you slice it, dice it, or roll it, you're an active participant in it, right? The Emperor here then suggesting, hey, I can either let my fears of whatever happens consume me, or I can make a choice, stand on my own 2 feet, and let the new beginning start, no matter how that plays out. So, yeah, I think this is a long time coming, because having all this underneath the Five of Cups, especially that wait for a new beginning, that longing, that yearning for it, means that I think we're playing it safe, which got us into a little bit of trouble in the first place. Okay? Next, to the Five of Pentacles. Show us the cards we need to see, please, on the Five of Pentacles in this read. What about being left out or left behind? Show us the cards that we need to see, please, on the Five of Pentacles in this read. Okay. Yeah, that's eventually going to happen. Eight of Cups. And it's interesting that coming underneath the Five of Pentacles, but I want to see what goes along with it. Two of Swords. What do we do here and now? Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, we already knew this is part of the process, but it doesn't make it anything easier. So, underneath the Five of Pentacles, if you leave me, I leave you. Eight of Cups. We call it equivalent exchange, right? That's not me being mad. That's me making an investment. And the investment here is me. Two of Swords. This doesn't feel familiar. but it is necessary. And so eventually, I think part of you already knew that this is going to be on the table, Sag, that eventually you just had to say, yeah, I choose me. I can't sit here, play it small while, whatever is going on keeps on happening. I need to accept it as it is. So if this is one of the end results that I walk away, then so be it. That just is where it is. So the Five of Wands, show the cards that we need to see, please. On top of the Five of Wands in this reading for Sagittarius. What about direct conflict engagement, the home element of fire for Sag? Five of Pentacles, yeah. I think it's hard to wrap yourself around it of, no, I got screwed over in this. And there's no other way that I can slice it, dice it, or roll it. I'm hurt, but who am I left to be beyond hurt? Because I'm tired of being hurt. Let's make some decisions. Queen of Pentacles, I want to be comfortable. Let whatever conflict that I'm going through remind me of a life that's more deserving of this. More deserving than this. My apologies. Chariot, the card of Cancer. Maybe, no matter what I'm going through right now, that this is part of that journey, right? Whatever person, situation, thing that we have to leave behind, we must first say, here's how I participated in it, here's how I cut it off. And that has to be a definitive plan. No. Because a maybe at this point, Sag, means that we're deluding ourselves about how much we participate in or give to this entire scenario. Let's be honest with each other, okay? Once we start accepting all those dynamics, we actually move towards a much better space. The problem is accepting them, okay? Last, to the Five of Swords. What about the internal monologue? The things that keep us up? Show us cards we need to see, please. Upon the Five of Swords in the read today. The Sagittarius. The Tower, right. Interesting. I'll hold off what I gotta say, but it's pretty much gonna reign exactly true. Yeah, the Lovers. Card of Gemini. Justice. Card of Libra. All majors on something that we feel we could not have control over. I mean, but that's a sign, Sag. We're trying to grab a hold of what we cannot control. It's only going to cause us more misery. The Tower, by design, is one of the most hard-hitting and gets a rep as one of the big three worst cards that you can get. In the tarot deck, besides Death, the card of Scorpio, and Devil, the card of Capricorn. The Tower is ultimately designed in our favor. The thing is, it never feels like it because it's always defined by a storm and a whirlwind. Everything gets turned upside down because the universe is clearing out what we could not clear out ourselves. Right? The thing is, putting that underneath the Five of Swords, we blame ourselves as if we could have controlled all aspects of the scenario, and having the Lovers pulled out right there. Yeah. I'm guessing this has to do with an ex or an intimate partner. I'm seeing signs of Cancer, Gemini, Libra, Aries, but neither here nor there for the sake of conversation. We're saying that, we could have prevented this from falling apart, when the scales of equity have already told us, no, this was meant to fall apart. We just haven't accepted it yet. And therefore, our non-acceptance of it and saying this was what every party in the situation has contributed and played out in the scenario, that is how we got here, including myself. The more that we try to distance ourselves from that truth, the more misery we cause ourselves. Because again, we're trying to control the Tower. The Tower is trying to make a tornado. Those are inconcurrent. Underneath it all, Page of Pentacles. We got to be willing to try. And by effort here, Sag, I mean, hey, once we look at everything objectively, here's the part that I played, and here's why I never want to do again. I think we're getting close, but we haven't reached that point yet. Last. What cards do we need to see, please? Under all the fives. We will start with that Five of Cups. The Hermit. We know the tools to heal. We do. We're just not choosing them. And that's the part that we're participating in, Sag. I really need you to sit with this for a second. We're trying to control things that we have no business trying to control. We're trying to, almost get lost in our own nightmares because we don't want to admit when we take part in it. I want to see you happy, but in order to get you there, Sag, you got to admit where you're making yourself kind of set up for the situation, whatever you're going through right now. Next, underneath Five of Pentacles, Page of Swords. Okay. By walking away, by trying something different, let us learn. Whatever conflict this is, do a different approach. It'll be a learning opportunity, promise you. Underneath the Five of Wands, Ace of Wands. Okay, so we're willing to engage with a conflict, whatever this long-standing issue has been, more directly, and I commend that effort in communication. However, what is your end goal, right? You are energetically fired up now more than ever. Now, what are we doing with it? That is a better question. And underneath the Five of Swords, Chariot, the card of Cancer. This too was part of your journey. Whatever this breakup or falling apart was, yeah, we're here now. Now what? Underneath it all, the Moon, the card of Pisces. We're taking a chance on the things that we have not yet experienced or what remains to us being in the unknown. Last, as we move towards resolution, first to find all the major arcana strewn across the table in the read, we will first look at the Emperor, the card of Aries. What about a choice that we must stand on? Show us cards that we need to see to find that Emperor in the read. Okay. Page of Wands, we're choosing optimism. I like that for you. Now, what does that tangibly look like? I need more of a plan here, Sag. Next to the Four, Seven of Swords. Again, I knew that was going to come out eventually. We keep on saying we're having a new beginning, but doing none of the effort or the practical methods to get there. If you really are trying to start a new, Sag, where's the proof and where's the evidence? Because right now it's not adding up. To the Chariot, the card of Cancer, Page of Cups. Okay, better, more happier, and easier going times are ahead. However, we first got to try to get there. So now let's look at that Tower. High Priestess, yeah. This, whatever you're processing or going through right now, Sag, a lot of it was out of your control. And it's not your space to control it. It's just to ask, what are we doing with this? How do we move productively in our station? Because right now, trying to control everything is just in minutes, you have no control at all. Next to the Lovers, Ten of Swords. The pain and truth of an ending here, there was a breakup. If this is a lover's, if you had it interpreted for you as a lover's read, Sag, this is a breakup. To Justice, the intentionality, if we say we want to let the scales weigh, then we have to be okay with what we can't control. It's not always fun letting the process work as it should. Next to the Hermit, Temperance, you. We know how to heal ourselves. This is a tried and true practice for us. However, we have to take accountability where accountability is due. We are not actively engaging in the methods that could get us towards a healing stage. Until we start to do that, this will all be a lofty idea. Next to the Chariot, the Tower. What was part of your journey, this was meant to end. Whatever you were holding on to and trying to change, and then you finally say, I've had enough, but you keep on engaging with it, or somebody who says that they're done, it was meant to break apart. There's no other way I can slice it as or put it. In resolution, the first, Strength, the card of Leo. Finding the determination and fortitude within to say, I can, and then move in that manner. Next, Justice, card of Libra. That when the scales weigh themselves out, it will eventually go in your favor. They will eventually even out. the effort, the pain, everything put onto the scale of measurement. But right now, you actually got to live in a different mode to get to a new life. Underneath it all, Nine of Cups, your own self fulfillment. What does that mean and what does that look like? Because right now, to get there, you have to start a new beginning and actually mean it. I think you're getting there, but it's going to take some work. So what I see in your read today, Sag, I'm guessing that this has to do with a breakup with a former intimate partner, and we keep on lying to ourselves that we're over it. We're not, and that's okay. But our further suppression and denial of it is only magnifying all of these feelings of resentment and anger because they have nowhere to go. Because again, we're trying to convince ourselves of something that we know full well that we're not participating in matters that would actually prove that. Where's the proof and where's the evidence? So if we try to move in a better manner, then we have to accept, no, ultimately, if they wanted to leave, they're going to leave. And if I'm being extricated from a situation, then hopefully I wish it was in my best interest. But right now, if I'm truly saying that I'm fine, if everything's fine, then I got to actually move like I believe that, which means acknowledging what part I played and finally letting go. That's all I got in your read today, Sag. I hope this conversation helped. And yeah, I didn't mean to come off as harsh or negligent in any way, shape, or form. But I just want to see the best for you. And that means right now, if it ain't the most becoming thing for you to say what you need to say, then that's the answer. But to move forward in the way that you claim that you want to, we gotta admit how we actively participate in looking back. I'll see you around, okay? Take care.